the book concerning the 50,000 teachers he's going to recruit and 10,000 in teaching staff. We are humbly asking for it. Several letters have gotten to their end, but they are not giving us any appropriate feedback. And now school has resumed, and we are now asking him to come out and give us an update on what he told us that he's going to recruit us this year, and it was stated in the budget that they read first. So we are just pleading that the government should come out and give us a reply or an update on what he said.
How has this affected you?
Okay, currently most of us are in the house, not working. When you pick your certificate to go to these private schools to teach, they tell you that the government stated in his budget that he's going to recruit 50,000 teachers. So if he employs you within a short period of time, you are going to leave, and that's also going to affect his school. So they are not going to employ you. So currently, we are all in. Most of us are in the house, it's not working.
But Mahama said he set the agenda since he came into power, and it's been over 8 months now. We've witnessed one or two programs where he stated that he's resetting the agenda for tourism, for mining, and many others. And you already made it clear that the Minister for Education said 50,000 teachers will be recruited into various schools and many others. Why don't you have patience to wait until past the close of the year to see if there will be an action taken?
Okay, so this started right from January, February, when they read the first budget, that they are going to recruit teachers and other professions. And normally in GES or in education sector, recruitment is done at the beginning of the academic year, that's first term. So we started earlier engaging them, the ministries, sending them information and getting their feedback. It got to a time, they even told us that we shouldn't get worried, for we are rest assured that with teachers, we will surely be recruited. And from 1 or 2 engagements with GES, they told us that they are done with everything, and they are even ready to open the portal if financial clearance is given to us, meaning that it's the duty of the finance minister to grant financial clearance. So we are still hitting on the doors of the Minister for Finance or the Ministry of Finance to grant us financial clearance so that we're able to go to the classrooms and teach. Most of the schools are lacking teachers, and even some of the schools, I read in a message, one of the news, that some of the schools in Western North are even closing down because they don't have teachers in their schools. We are pleading that they recruit us now.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay. Our press meeting today is simply about our recruitment. We completed school in the year 2023, wrote our licensure exams 2024, and we are due for recruitment. But it seems the GS, Honorable Idrisu, and the finance minister are giving us excuses. We went to the Ministry of Education. The Ministry of Education told us that he, as a minister, would definitely employ us before the year comes to an end. And he was emphatic, by September 2025, we will be employed. We sat down till September, we realized that there's no communication coming from the GES or the Ministry of Education. So we wrote letters to the Ministry of Education and the Ghana Education Service requesting for our portal to be open for recruitment. To our surprise, the Ghana Education Service said they are done with everything and the portal is ready for our recruitment. We went to the Ministry of Education. They also said they are done with everything, but everything lies on our finance minister. He said he is awaiting for financial clearance from him before he can proceed with our postings. And ever since he said that, we've not heard anything from our minister. Before that, in June, our minister, Honorable Idrisu, went to the August House of Parliament and said he will recruit 50,000 teachers and 10,000 non-teaching staff. So we were ready for recruitment. And ever since he said that, some members went ahead to do their medical report. You know, you cannot be employed without medical report, and it costs roughly 300 cedis to 500 cedis. Okay. Now, the medical report has expiry date between 6 months. Now, so ask yourself, if someone did his June, July, August, September, 4 months, it's left with 2 months and it will expire. We've not heard anything from the education ministry. We did follow up. The PRO of the education ministry promised us that we will definitely be employed this year. As for colleges, and I repeat, as for colleges of education, we shouldn't worry because ours is automatic. So the university graduates should rather worry about this. And we said, okay, this is coming directly from the PRO of the Ministry of Education. Then we came home. But since then, we've not had any communication from the Ministry of Education again, and Honorable Haruna Idrisu, who is the head of the ministry. We've sent letters to him, both the Ministry of Education, the Finance Ministry, Ghana Education Service. We've not heard anything. So we are here today saying we are pleading with Honorable Haruna Idrisu. For me, I know him personally and I've followed him for a long period of time. He is a man of his words. So when he stood in front of Parliament and said he's going to post 50,000 teachers, I believed him. So I even argue with my friends that since Haruna Idrisu is the one who said that, I know definitely we will be employed because I trust my minister. But it seems he is disappointing me because most of my colleagues are saying, you said Haruna Idrisu is this, he is that, so we are going to be employed. But we've not heard anything of such. I usually tell them to calm down because he will stick to his words and recruit us. So all what we are here today is that Honorable Haruna Idrisu, please say something to us. We are home. We are waiting for our financial clearance. Please, are you recruiting us this year? As you said in Parliament, that you're recruiting 50,000 teachers. Are you still sticking by your words? Or we should see you as someone who lied to us? So that we will know the next step to take or the next action to take. Because we can't be home without doing anything. Even if you go to a private school. Initially, I went to one private school and what they told me is that your minister said he will be employing you in September. So I can't employ you whilst you'll be leaving. So he needs a stable teacher. So I was home. This academic calendar has also started. The private schools have resumed school. Now he said by September you recruit us. I have not heard anything. So I want to know whether he will still recruit us or not, so that I'll go and apply for job to do. So that by the time he is ready to recruit us, at least I have something small in my pocket. So I'm just pleading with Honorable Haruna Idrisu that he should say something, whether he's going to employ us or he's not going to employ us now, so that we will know what to do. Thank you. That's all we are asking for.
But why can't you assess patience a little bit? Because we are still in September, the month has not ended yet. Why can't you guys assess patience a little bit so that, because as he promised that September and the month has not ended.
Thank you very much. So as I said earlier on, he said by September. And the reason why he said by September is because school resumed on the 2nd of September. And we are always posted during the first term when school resumed. So our portal was supposed to be open for registration. So by now we should have completed with our registration on the portal.
Okay.
So since the registration hasn't started, it means even if we are starting now, September, we will complete somewhere in November. But just lies the case, we've not heard anything from him, whether our financial clearance will be given to us, because both Ghana Education Service and the Ministry of Education are complaining about financial clearance from Honorable Ato Forsen, that he's the one they are waiting for.
Okay.
So we are still pleading with him that in his engagement with the Ministry of Finance, is he going to grant us the financial clearance for our recruitment this year, or we are supposed to wait for next year? Because in the first budget read in Parliament, it was captured in the budget that we are going to be employed this year. So I don't know why it will be captured in the budget and yet still they will tell us that there is no clearance.
So how many are you guys so far that have not been employed?
So we are roughly 15,000.
15,000.
Yes,
He
please.
promised that you will be recruiting how many people?
He said 50,000. That includes those who completed from the colleges of education.
Okay.
So those completed from the colleges of education are roughly 15,000.
Okay.
But if we add the university graduates, that roughly will be somewhere 40,000 plus the university graduates who are seeking for employment. So that's why I said you'll be recruiting 50,000. Okay. But we are just roughly about 15,000.
15,000. So, per your college of education, your people have some of the people, have they been employed?
No. None of us have since 2023.
What of the educational sector, the university graduate people?
They've not also been recruited.
They have not been recruited.
Yes,
so none of you for the
none of us have been recruited so far. So we are just telling our honorable minister that he is still sticking to his words. That I said he's going to employ us by the end of this year, or we should wait till next year so that we can find a job to do, so that when the clearance comes, we will go to our various stations. But this is education. We shouldn't joke with our education. In August, early August or ending of July, the Ministry of Education and the Ghana Education Service directed the CISOs around the district to compile the list of schools with vacancies, and they submitted those lists to the Ghana Education Service. It means there are vacancies there. If there's no vacancies, they wouldn't have said they are going to employ teaching assistants. Why must degree teachers be home whilst you are going to employ teaching assistants with SHS certificate and diploma certificate? Why don't you employ us first? And if there are spaces still there, then you can consider the teaching assistant. But no, we are moving straight to teaching assistant whilst we are still home without knowing our fate. So we are begging with Honorable Haruna Iddrisu to tell us our fate. Are we going to be employed this year? When? Or we should wait for next year? Thank you very much.
Thank you.